Welcome to Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your takeover in your house results from NXT on June this 2020. NXT takeover in your house pre-show opened up with Todd Pettengill giving a throwback intro. He welcomed us to the first ever NXT in your house event. We're live from the WWE TV studios in Stamford, Connecticut, with Scott Sanford, Sam Roberts, as they welcomed us to the pre-show. We're joined by Pat McAfee from his studio in Indianapolis, Indiana. They all hyped the show. 25 years after the first In Your House event, with Tommaso Ciampa arriving in the building earlier in the day. They continue going over the matches, get a promo for tonight's Backlot Brawl main event between NXT champion Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream. McAfee believes we will see a title change tonight. Back for the break, it looks like McAfee's appearance is over. We'll get a promo for tonight's NXT North American title match, and we see champion Keith Lee and Mia Yim arriving. We also see Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae walking into the building. Gargano stops and walks back towards the parking lot, telling Candice he will catch up with her. Scott and Sam preview the rest of the card, and that's it for the pre-show. NXT TakeOver in Your House event opens up with a video live from a site tape delay from the NXT Arena Full Sail live on the campus of Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida. Familiar house is set up, being used. The band Code Orange appears at the house to perform their underneath single. Shotzi Blackheart, Tegan Knox, Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez. Your first match of the night. We go right to the ring. Out first comes Shotzi in her mini tank as Morrow welcomes us to the show. He's joined by Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix. And we see some of the NXT developmental trainees as fans in the crowd. Tegan Knox was out next, followed by Mia Yim, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez were out together. Candice LeRae was out last. LeRae looks to start with Yim, but LeRae wants nothing to do with her. Gonzalez comes in and shoves Yim to the mat as they lock up. Yim comes right back, but Gonzalez shakes her off with ease again. Yim comes back with chops and a guillotine, but Gonzalez overpowers and breaks out. Knox comes in, but gets dropped with a shoulder. Gonzalez stands on Knox's hand, allowing Kai to tag in. Knox rolls her up for a 2 count. Knox blocks two attempts and rocks Kai. Kai avoids choke slam and rolls her up for a 2 count. Knox with another roll up for a 2 count. Kai counters with a 2 count of her own. They collide in the middle of the ring, but Knox gets the upper hand for another 2 count. Blackheart tags in and kicks Kai, then slams her face first into the mat. Blackheart misses on the ropes, but dodges the kick. Kai comes right back with a scorpion kick for a 2 count. LeRae tags in and misses a senton. Blackheart kicks her and then sends LeRae to the floor for a breather. Yim approaches with Knox, but Kai and Gonzalez come over. Blackheart goes for a suicide dive, but Gonzalez catches her on the floor and slams her. Yim leaps out and takes them down next, as does LeRae off the ropes. Knox comes flying from the top next, taking everyone down on the floor. An NXT chant breaks out. LeRae takes a big Meteoro from Blackheart. In the ring now, Blackheart with more offense and a 2 count. More back and forth between the two. Kai runs in to make the save with a kick. Gonzalez runs in while Kai has the referee distracted. Decking Blackheart with a knee. LeRae with a 2 count. Kai tags back in and stomps Blackheart. Gonzalez comes in and works over Shotzi in the corner, arguing with the referee to allow her partner to get in cheap shots. Kai tags back in, but gets hung up on the top rope with a big boot as Shotzi moves. Blackheart with a jawbreaker and an enziguri. LeRae tags in and beats Blackheart to the booze. She talks some trash to Yim. Yim finally gets a tag and unloads on LeRae. Yim with a full Nelson suplex for a 2 count. Yim ducks Gonzalez on the floor on the apron. LeRae counters soul food and dumps Yim on her head. Gonzalez tags in, as does Knox. Knox unloads with body shots. More offense from Knox with strikes. Gonzalez catches her, but Knox gets free. Knox with more kick but Gonzalez catches her with a power bomb for a 2 count. Lorray and Yim battle overthrew the set to the back. Gonzalez and Kai double team Knox, but Shotzi causes Kai to kick Gonzalez. Kai gets chokeslammed by Knox. They double team Gonzalez now. Shotzi drops Gonzalez on her face. Knox ends up hitting the shiniest wizard on Kai for the pin and the win. Winner of the match, he can knock Shotzi Blackheart and Mei Yim. After the match, Knox and Blackheart stand tall in the ring as the music plays. Gonzalez helps Kai up from the floor. We get a retro-style commercial for the WWE ice cream sandwiches, featuring a few of the NXT superstars. Back from a break, and we see Rhea Ripley warming up backstage. Tom Phillips sends us to a video package of Finn Balor versus Damian Priest feud. And that match is up next. We go back to the ring. Out comes Damian Priest. He stops and shoots his imaginary arrow to set fire behind the house set. Finn Balor is out next. Balor quickly ends his entrance after posing and sends Priest out with a double drop kick. The bell rings and Priest comes back in as Balor attacks. The brawl continues and Balor takes it to the floor. Balor sends Priest into the barrier. Priest comes back, sends Balor into the steel ring steps. Priest ends up taking the steps apart and blocking an attack from Balor. Priest slams Balor back first over the edge of the apron. They come back in the ring and Priest drops Balor with a big right hand. Priest beats Balor around the ring with lefts and rights. Balor comes back and strikes of his own. Priest shoves him into the corner. Balor comes back but Priest nails a leaping flatliner. Priest mounts Balor with lefts and rights. Now Priest keeps control and beats Balor down in the corner. Priest drags Balor back in for a 2 count. Then grounds him in the middle of the ring with a submission. The crowd rallies for Balor and he fights up, but Priest takes him right back down. Balor gets free with a jawbreaker, but Priest keeps control and sends him back in the corner. Balor with more attempts and a suplex. Balor drop kicks Priest through the ropes to the floor. Balor unloads on Priest against the barrier. Balor goes back looking to charge, but Priest runs in and nails a lariat. Balor slides out of a razor's edge. Priest counters and hits the broken arrow. Balor counters and another edge and hits a double foot stomp. They're both down, but Balor gets up first. Balor with a forearm and kick. Priest fights back and unloads when he kicks himself. Balor fights back. Priest with a kick to the face. Balor with a Pele kick, but Priest kicks out of 2. More back and forth between the two. More pin attempts. Priest with the edge to the ring apron. Edge, but Balor still kicks out. Priest shoots his arrow from the corner and charges in with a big back elbow in the corner, and then another. Priest goes for the third elbow, but Balor blocks it with a sling blade. Balor charges again, but runs into 2 big kicks. Balor counters and drops Priest by his neck. Balor drop kicks Priest into the corner. Balor goes to the top, but Priest grabs him by his neck. Priest climbs up to the second rope and does a huge choke sound. The crowd chants, "This is awesome now." And Priest covers for a 2 count. The referee counts, but they make it up. Priest wastes some time and goes to the apron. Having some words with the referee, Balor gets up and unloads with strikes on the apron. Priest stuns Balor. Priest looks to hit the edge from the apron to half of the steel steps on the floor. Balor escapes and runs with a drop kick, sending Priest from the apron to the steps down below. Priest then lands back on the steel steps and hits hard. We get replays of the NXT chant from the crowd. Priest makes it back in the ring just in time. Balor immediately goes for the coup de grace. Balor goes back up top for the second coup de grace and covers for the pin and the win. After the match, Balor stands tall, has his arm raised as the music plays. We got a replay. Priest barely leans up in the corner, staring at Balor. Balor turns and points his guns at him. We got into a break. Another retro style promo from the Ice Pro. with NXT champion Adam Cole. The throwback commercials have someone with a British accent doing voiceovers, as Lord Alfred Hayes once did. Io Shirai is seen warming up back in the back. Tom says this is a promo for tonight's NXT North American title match. The match is up next, Johnny Gargano versus Keith Lee. We go to the ring. Out first comes Gargano. Out from the door of the set, locks it with a key and drops the key in his trunks. Could Gargano be looking to use the key on Lee as he did last week? NXT North American Champion Keith Lee was out next. Coming from the regular entrance, Lee has Black Lives Matter on the back of his jacket. Back and forth start, but Lee gets the upper hand. Gargano charges and goes down. Rolling to the floor, Lee chases him out. Gargano goes in and kicks Lee from the ring. Gargano goes for the suicide dive, but Lee catches him in mid-move. Gargano makes it back to the apron and kicks him. Gargano leaps from the apron, but Lee catches him. Gargano blocks a spirit bomb with another shot to her eye. Lee ends up dropping Gargano over the edge of the apron. Lee pulls Gargano back to the floor and nails a big right hand. Gargano crawls back to the front door of the set. The doorbell camera shows him trying to get in, but he's locked out. Lee comes over and sends Gargano face first into the door, then works him over, tossing him back towards the ring as the referee counts. Gargano attacks Lee as he comes back in the ring. Back and forth between the two now. Lee drops Gargano with another big left. Gargano mounts Lee while he's down in the corner, unloading with punches. Gargano stands on Lee's fingers while working him over. Gargano with a big chop in the corner. Gargano mounts Lee and goes for the eye some more. Lee fights him off, but Gargano stays on top of him. Gargano with knees in the corner. Then a big boot. Gargano bends Lee's fingers around the turnbuckles. Gargano talks trash to the trainees in the crowd. Gargano brings him back in for a quick pin attempt. Gargano grounds Lee now as the crowd tries to rally for him. Gargano drives knees while he's keeping Lee down. Gargano keeps the choke and shuts Lee down. Gargano stomps away for another 2 count. Gargano continues to keep Lee down and show off to heat from the crowd. Lee finally powers up and starts dropping Gargano with strikes. Lee misses in the corner, ducks a clothesline, but Gargano keeps coming. Lee drops Gargano with a backbreaker for a 2 count. More back and forth. Gargano unloads with strikes, but Lee drops him with a big left hand. Gargano keeps fighting. Gargano blocks a powerbomb attempt, applies an armbar while Lee is standing. Lee almost breaks free, but Gargano bends his fingers back again. Lee finally powers out, and Gargano goes to the mat. Gargano with a big clothesline. He goes to do the discus, but Lee levels him with a clothesline for a 2 count. Gargano with another close 2 count for himself. Gargano then nails headbutts and punches to Lee while he's down. More offense between the two. Gargano with another close 2 count off of a counter. Lee catches Gargano with a big one-arm spine buster, but Gargano rolls to the floor to buy some time. Lee brings Gargano back in the ring, but Gargano hits him to prevent him from coming in. Gargano nails a suicide dive into a DDT on the floor. Gargano comes in and has words with the referee over his count, apparently telling him to hold off. Gargano goes to the floor, but Lee runs from the side and delivers a huge pounce, sending Gargano flying through the plexiglass barrier. The crowd pops big as Gargano lands hard. Lee goes around the barrier and starts dragging Gargano to the ring. They stop at the set, and Lee scoops Gargano on the shoulder. Now walking him to the ring, Candice LeRae comes out and distracts Lee, but Mia Yim is behind her. Candice turns around to Yim, rocking her. Yim chases Candice into the ring and out the other side, beating on each other. Gargano is in the ring now. He pulls the key from his trunks and digs it in Lee's eye as he comes from behind. Gargano drops Lee on his head with a DDT, but Lee still kicks out just in time. Gargano with a big kick to the head for another close pin attempt. Gargano tries again, but Lee isn't staying down. Gargano with another super kick to the head for another 2 count. Gargano stomps on Lee's hurt fingers again. Gargano talks trash in Lee's face, but Lee powers up with his hand around his throat. Lee powers up with a spirit bomb, but Gargano rolls away from any pin attempt. Lee yells out and nails another big power bomb, holding Gargano and then delivering the big bang catastrophe for the pin to retain. After the match, Lee is handed the title as his music plays. Lee stands over Gargano and has his arm raised as we go to the replays. Lee poses some more and kisses the title as we go to a break. Pay-per-view break. We get another retro style ad for the ice cream bars. Charlotte Flair is shown backstage warming up. We get a promo for the NXT title match. Backlot brawl for the NXT title. Velveteen Dream versus Adam Cole. We go behind the building to the full sail backlot as a number of cars are in a circle with their headlights on. Engines running. NXT champion Adam Cole comes in driving a large truck with Undisputed Era flags and decals on it. Cole steps out and sits high up on the truck, talking about how no one will beat him for his title. Velveteen Dream comes driving up next to a yellow Lamborghini. Dream steps out, looking like Negan from Walking Dead. Referee Drake Younger is in the ring. He's only here to determine the winner. NXT General Manager William Regal told him to tell them to enjoy the spotlight. The cars have their headlights shining on in the ring. Yeah, it's a ring outside the arena with cars. Dream enters the ring with his baseball bat. Cole is still on his truck, telling Dream to drop the bat and fight him like a man. Dream throws the bat and tells Cole to come on in. Dream tosses his scarf at Cole's face. Cole charges it, and Dream quickly rolls him up for a 2 count. Dream with another quick but close spin attempt. We hear NXT trainers outside of the ring cheering and booing. They run out back in the ring with Cole leveling Dream with a big boot for a 2 count. The crowd boos Cole. Cole grabs the title belt and says he's leaving. Cole gets into one of the cars, a Dodge. Dream hits it with the bat and stands on the windshield. Dream unloads on the car with the bat now. They're brought all over the back lot now. Someone drives up asking who called an Uber. It looks like Emily and Zulus behind the wheel. Cole tries to enter the front door of a house structure on the back lot, which isn't actually a house, but storage of some sort, it looks like. Dream keeps beating him around and using a trash can now. The trash can lid. Cole disappears into one of the doors. Dream goes on the hunt and enters one door, but Cole sprays him in the face with a fire extinguisher. Cole beats Dream back out and talks trash while keeping him down. Cole beats Dream back over the cars around the ring, asking him why he doesn't just quit. Because you're stupid. Cole pounds on Dream some more. Dream turns it around, dances some on the apron, and then leaves off with an axe handle. Dream brings Cole back in for a pin attempt, but Cole slides out. Dream goes to the top and leads to the ground, but Cole meets him in midair with a big super kick. Dream turns it around and drops Cole on the hood of the car. Dream brings the ladder over now. Dream then beats on Cole on top of the car. Dream climbs the ladder, taunting Cole. Another car pulls up honking the horn, distracting Dream. It's Roger Strong and Bobby Fish. They get out of the car and walk over. As Cole climbs up to rock Dream, Cole shows off some, and Dream knocks him back, busting the windshield of the car. Cole is bleeding. Strong and Fish run over and double team Dream, but he fights back. They beat him down to booze. Strong and Fish start filling up in the ring with a bunch of steel chairs that were in the back of the truck. Someone from under the ring grabs some chairs, surprising Fish and Strong. Oh, it's just Dexter Loomis. He comes from under the ring and fights them both off. Loomis beats him into the truck of their own car and then drives the car away. Cole is just now getting up from the shattered windshield. Dream is recovering in the ring with the chairs. Cole comes back in, and Dream ends up hitting the Dream Valley Dropper for a close 2 count in the middle of the chairs. Dream keeps control and hits a purple Rainmaker onto a chair. Cole still kicks out. Cole ends up going low for some boost. Cole goes to the top and hits a Panama Surprise onto a huge pile of chairs. Cole covers for the pin to retain. After the match, Cole stands tall as music plays. He brags on the win as Morrow marks his historic title reign. We go back to Todd Pettengill for another promo with some comedy. He plugs WWE Shop and shows us a look at WWE Hall of Famers Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Road Dogg B.G. James struggling to use a computer. We get to a video package for the next match, Karrion Kross versus Tommaso Ciampa. We go back to the ring for the Karrion Kross and Scarlett make their way out with another wild entrance. Scarlett chants, "Fall and pray," while dancing around Kross in the middle of the ring. The crowd also chants with her. They pose together as the chants in the crowd pick up. Tommaso Ciampa is out next. The bell rings and they psych each other up. They start brawling now. Kross gets the upper hand and nails a big suplex. Kross follows Ciampa on the floor and attacks. Ciampa slams Kross face first into steel steps, but Scarlett encourages him. Kross comes back in and blocks the Willow's belt. Kross fights, but Ciampa levels him with a big kick. Kross sends Ciampa to the floor and grabs him by the neck. Yelling in his face, Kross launches Ciampa back into the edge of the apron. Kross stares down at Ciampa and smiles as the referee checks on him. Kross yells for the referee to move so he can bring Ciampa back in. Kross follows and unloads in the corner. Kross with a big overhead suplex. Kross keeps Ciampa down, working him over and yelling at him. Kross manhandles Ciampa some more and launches him out of the corner with another suplex. Kross with a knee strike while Ciampa is down in the corner. The referee backs him off. Kross puts his own hands behind his neck and dares Ciampa to hit him. Ciampa charges, but Kross nails a Northern Light suplex. Kross levels Ciampa with a big clothesline neck. Ciampa fights back with strikes in the middle of the ring. They go at it, but Ciampa gets the upper hand. Ciampa with a big insecurity to drop Kross. Ciampa kicks Kross to the floor now. Kross runs back in, but Ciampa nails Willow's bell for another 2 count. Ciampa gets back up and delivers the running knees. Kross counters a fairy tale ending and launches Ciampa to the mat on his face. Kross takes Ciampa back down into the cross jacket submission. Ciampa starts fading and referee calls for the bell. Winner of the match, Karrion Kross. After the match, Kross stands tall and Scarlett joins him in the ring. She raises his arm as we go to the replays as the music starts up. Referee checks on Ciampa. We come back with Kross staring down at Ciampa while he sits up in the corner. A Falls of Prey chant comes from the crowd. We see the band Code Orange at ringside. Tom plugs their new takeover t-shirt on WWE Shop for 24 hours only. A disheveled Robert Stone is shown near the set, leaning against the NXT letters and looking as out of it as he did last Wednesday. Renee Young plugs her post-takeover interview with Triple H on Facebook Live. Video package for tonight's main event. Triple threat for the NXT Women's title. Io Shirai versus Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. We go back to the ring and out comes Rhea Ripley. Io Shirai was out next, and then Charlotte was out last. Flair enters the ring and raises her title. We get formal ring introduction from Alicia Taylor. The bell rings and he stare each other down. Trainees make some noise in the crowd. Flair rolls to the floor and tells them to go at it. The crowd boos Flair and chants, "You don't go here." Ripley and Shirai lock up. Ripley sends Shirai down. Flair runs in from behind and slams Ripley. Ripley chases Flair back out, and Shirai rolls Ripley up for a 2 count. Flair decks Ripley and takes her to the corner for more kicks. Shirai pulls Flair off, but Flair kicks her. Shirai drops Flair, but runs into a boots from Ripley in the corner. Flair with a neck breaker to Ripley. Flair catches Shirai and hits a fall-away slam. Flair kicks up for more boos. Flair yells about how this is her house and these two are our guests. She delivers chops to both challengers. Flair goes to run their heads together, but they double team her. Ripley hits Shirai and goes to work on Flair. Flair fights back in from the apron. Ripley pulls Flair to the floor. Ripley goes for a cannonball from the apron, but she lands hard as Flair moves. Flair launched Ripley into the barrier, and she landed hard again. Flair turns around to Ripley, nailing a Frankensteiner from the apron. Flair comes back and sends Shirai into the ring post. Flair then sends Shirai into Ripley and the barrier. More boosts from Flair as she shows off some more ringside. Flair brings Shirai back in the ring and boots her in the head while talking trash. Flair takes her time, working Shirai over now. Flair catches Shirai, but she lands on her feet. Shirai goes for a drop kick, but it's blocked. As Flair transitions into a Boston Crab in the middle of the ring. Shirai kicks out, kicks Flair away. Ripley runs in and clotheslines Flair twice. Ripley with knees to the Flair's face now. Ripley levels Flair with a running boot. Ripley yells out and hits a basement drop kick to Flair. Shirai runs over and drops Ripley. Shirai with a 619 to Flair. Shirai keeps control and rolls Flair up. Then stomps on her. Shirai with more offense to Flair while she's down. Flair kicks out after a drop kick. The crowd rallies for Shirai and she powers up. Ripley runs in and cuts Shirai off. Rolling her up, Shirai counters. They both collide with a big strike and both go down. Shirai and Ripley start getting up, but Flair nails a double spear. Shirai kicks out too. Then Ripley kicks out too. Flair throws a crotch chop to the crowd. She drags both challengers over to the corner next to each other. Flair goes up top for the moonsault, but Shirai moves and Ripley gets her knees up. Shirai rolls Flair up for a 2 count. Ripley rolls Shirai up for a 2 count. Shirai counters the ripcord and drops Ripley. Shirai counters Flair and applies a cross-face submission in the middle of the ring. Ripley breaks it up with a big kick. Flair comes right back with a big boot to Ripley for a 2 count. Fan chant, this is awesome now. Flair gets up and stomps Ripley. Ripley avoids the natural selection as Flair misses it. Ripley slams Flair on her face. Shirai springboards with a missile drop kick to Ripley. Ripley powers up and fans rally for her again. Shirai with a running double knees to Ripley in the corner. Flair comes right back with a natural selection to Shirai, but Shirai kicks out just before the 3 count. Flair can't believe it. Shirai rolls Flair up for a 2 count. Flair with a figure 4 on Shirai. Ripley breaks the figure 8 attempt by pulling Flair to the floor and unloading with strikes and a handful of hair. They continue brawling as Shirai nails a big plancha through the ropes, taking Ripley down. Flair with a big boot on Shirai at ringside. Flair sends Shirai crashing through a window of the house. Ripley and Flair brawl after a spear attempt. Ripley mounts Flair with a right hand, right to left, as referee warns her to take it back to the ring. Flair gets up and slaps Ripley in the face. Flair mashes Ripley's face into the plexiglass and slams her. Ripley keeps fighting, and so does Flair. Flair yells at Ripley to come on. We see a spotlight on Shirai now as she's high up on top of the house set. Ripley and Flair brawl down below. They look up and see Shirai. She smiles and leaps down, nailing a big crossbody on Flair and Ripley. Holy crap chant breaks out from the crowd now. Shirai brings Flair back in the ring. Shirai goes to the top, but Ripley runs up to the apron and rocks her to prevent the moonsault. Flair charges with a spear as Ripley comes through the ropes in the ring, but Ripley sends her face first into the turnbuckles. Flair is out on the floor now. Ripley climbs up for a superplex, but Shirai resists. Shirai slides down and decks Ripley, then climbs back up with her. Shirai goes for a Frankensteiner, but Ripley stops it mid-move. Flair runs in with a big boot to Shirai. Shirai falls to the mat and rolls out while Ripley is still up top. Flair chops Ripley while she's up high. Flair climbs up, but Ripley fights back. Ripley with another with a super riptide from the top, but Shirai rolls back in the ring to break up the pin. Shirai dodges a kick from Ripley. Shirai unloads with strikes. Ripley blocks Shirai and catches her in the prism. Flair comes in with a kendo stick and nails Ripley over the back to break the submission. Flair with a kendo stick shot to both challengers now. Ripley turns that around into a big spear from Flair. Flair goes for the figure four. As Ripley tries to resist, Flair tries to bridge into the figure eight, but Ripley fights her off. Flair bridges it as Shirai goes to the top. Shirai hits a moonsault to Ripley, landing only on her and forcing Flair's submission to break the count or break the submission. Shirai holds it for the pin on Ripley to win, while Flair still has part of her hold locked in. But winner of the match is Io Shirai, winner and new NXT champion. After the match, Flair recovers as Shirai takes her title and raises it high in the air. Fans chant her name as we go to replays. We come back to Shirai up top celebrating her title win as confetti falls all over the arena. NXT takeover in your house goes off the air with Shirai celebrating with her title. And that concludes my results for NXT takeover in your house. Thanks and peace out. See you one of you. If you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.